Welcome learners. I am Dr. T. Gangaram, lecturer in statistics, PVKN Government College, Chittoor. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss life skills course, elementary statistics, measures of dispersion. In measures of dispersion, the ideal measure of dispersion, standard deviation, and the square of standard deviation, various, we are going to discuss. The learning objective of this lecture is to introduce the measure of dispersion, standard deviation, variance, and their merits and demerits of standard deviation. Also, we will discuss the coefficient of variation along with the calculation of standard deviation. The standard deviation concept was introduced by Professor Carl Pearson in the year 1823. It is free from those defects from which the earlier methods, that are range, quartile deviation, range and quartile deviations are distance measures, and mean deviation is an absolute deviations taken from arithmetic mean, median or mode, but we are ignoring the sign of deviations. So this concept standard deviation was introduced. It satisfies most of the properties of ideal measure of dispersion. It is also known as root mean square deviation, as it is the square root of the mean of square deviations from arithmetic mean. Standard deviation is denoted by small Greek letter sigma, read as sigma. It measures the absolute dispersion or variability of the distribution. If the greater standard deviation, the greater will be the magnitude of the deviation of the values from their mean. A small standard deviation means high degree of uniformity of the observation as well as homogeneity of the series. Thus, for a homogeneous series, the standard deviation is less. If the standard deviation is high in the data, we can infer that there is not homogeneity in the data. It is a heterogeneous data. SD sigma defined as the positive square root of arithmetic mean of the squares of the deviations of the given observations from their arithmetic mean. Variance is the square of standard deviation denoted by sigma square. There are various methods that are in common use to calculate the standard deviation. We have standard deviation for ungrouped data. In case of individual observations, standard deviation may be computed by applying any of the two methods explained below. By taking deviation of items from actual mean, it is called direct method. By taking deviations of the items from assumed mean, it is called as shortcut method. When deviations are taken from actual mean, then the standard deviation is defined as SD sigma is equal to root of 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square. When the actual mean is in fractions, that is, we need to subtract the mean from each and every item, and then we need to square the observation. Suppose if the mean is 125.824, it would be too difficult for us to take deviations and the squaring the deviations. In such cases, mean may be approximated, or else the deviations be taken from an assumed mean, and then necessary adjustments will be made in the value of standard deviation. When deviations are taken from assumed mean, then SD is equal to sigma is equal to root of sigma summation d square by n minus summation d by n whole square, where d is equal to x minus a is assumed mean. Sometimes we divide the value with length of class interval also. Calculate SD from the following data. Suppose if we divide the values with C, we need to multiply this total root, this term with C. Calculate standard deviation from the following data with the help of direct method. These are the values 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 17, 27, 7, 13, 21, 10, 12, 14. We need to calculate mean first and then subtract mean from every observation. Look here, mean is summation x by n 140 by 10 14. Here in our example the mean is a whole number. So we need to subtract mean from every value and then square the x minus x bar value. The summation x minus x bar whole square is 274 here. Here we directly substitute the 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square 274, that is root of 27.4 is equal to 5.27. Calculate standard deviation with the help of assumed mean for the following data. Here look here, these are the 3-digit numbers. We need to calculate the d here. Assume that in the middle value we can choose any value as a. Here in this example let a is equal to 264. We need to subtract a from each and every observation of the given data. Here by subtracting this d summation d is equal to 1, summation d square is equal to 2689. We need to subtract this d and d square values here. Sigma is equal to root of summation d square by n minus summation d by n whole square. D is equal to 1, d square is equal to 2689, n is equal to number of observations 10. Thus we substitute the values in the formula. Sigma is equal to 16.397. If we square this sigma, then the square of this value is called variance of the data. Now the standard deviation for discrete series. For calculating standard deviation in discrete series, any of the following methods can be applied. There are 3 methods: the actual mean method, direct method, assumed mean method, shortcut method, step deviation method. These 3 methods, any of these 3 methods can be used basing on our convenience, and it is based on the observations given in the data. The actual mean method or direct method, when this method is applied, deviations are taken from the actual mean. That is, we find x minus x bar and denote these values by x. These deviations are then squared and multiplied by the respective frequencies. Here, this is the formula. Sigma is equal to root of summation f x square by n, where x is equal to x minus x bar. However, in practice, this method is rarely used because if the actual mean is in the fractions, the calculations takes a lot of time. Next is assumed mean method, shortcut method. Here the d is equal to x minus a is the assumed value, n is the number of observations. When this method is used, we take deviations of midpoints from an assumed mean and divide these deviations by the width of class interval. Here d is equal to x minus a by c. In this case, we need to multiply with c the total term. Calculate SD by next. Let us look at the examples. Calculation of standard deviation for discrete series of data. Here the series is from 4 to 10. Frequencies are 6, 12, 15, 28, 20, 14 and 5. First we calculate x bar, that is mean, sigma fx by n, that is 7.06. We need to subtract the mean from the midpoint of the classes or the series values. 4 minus what is x bar 7.06. 4 minus 7.06 gives us minus 3.06. Squaring this 9.3636. F into x minus x bar whole square is equal to 56.1816. Thus, this is sigma f into x minus x bar whole square. The summation of this term is 237.6400. Thus, sigma is equal to summation f into x minus x bar whole square by n. Capital N is 100 here. Summation f into x minus x bar is 237.64 here. This is 1.56 is our standard deviation. Next example, calculate standard deviation from the data given below. This is discrete frequency distribution. Size of items is 3.5, 4.5, frequency is 37, like that. We need to calculate D, and this 6.5 is our assumed value. 6.5 is our assumed value. This is 6.5. and FD is sigma FD, summation FD is 128, summation FD square is 362. D is x minus 6.5 here. 6.5 is assumed value. This formula can be used here. 1.149 is our standard deviation for discrete series. Computation of standard deviation for discrete series. Here the values, salaries are 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Number of persons is 3, 5, 8, 7, 9, 7, 4, 7. Calculate standard deviation for the given data. Here these are the mid values or variable values. The class interval is 5 here. The class interval is 5 here. 50 minus 45, 5. This is equal class intervals series. Here this is salaries, number of persons, D is equal to x minus 60. This is A and 5 is class interval. Then F into D, number of persons is F here. F into D, 9 into minus 3, minus 9. Like that FD square we calculate. Sigma FD is 36 here, summation FD is 36, summation FD square is 240 in this example. Summation FD is 36 here, summation FD square is 240 here. Next, here standard deviation is equal to sigma FD square by n minus sigma FD summation FD by n whole square into C. Here this is equal to 10.35 is standard deviation for the given discrete frequency distribution. Computation of standard deviation for continuous series. In continuous series, any of the methods discussed above for discrete frequency distribution can be used. However, in practice, it is the step deviation method that is mostly used. Calculate mean and standard deviation for the following frequency distribution. Marks and number of students here. Here, the mid value, we need to calculate mid value for the first class 0 to 10, 5 here, 15, 25. These are the mid values and these are the frequencies. D is equal to x minus A by C. Here A is 35. 35 is the middle of the mid value. So this is FD, F into D. Summation FD is equal to 118 here. Summation FD square is equal to 510 here. By substituting these values, first we need to calculate mean. Mean is equal to x bar A plus summation FD by n into C. This is 40.9 and the standard deviation sigma is equal to, by using the formula, this is 14.839 is the standard deviation for continuous data. Let us look at the merits of standard deviation. It is rigidly defined. Its computation is based on all the observations and it is amenable for further algebraic treatment. The square of standard deviation is variance, which is at most important in the statistical analysis. It is most widely used measure of dispersion. Among all the measures of dispersion, it is least affected by sampling fluctuations. Standard deviation enables us to determine the reliability of means of two or more series having equal means. When the means are same, we need to find standard deviation to describe the data more clearly. In such situation, a series having minimum standard deviation will have the most representative mean. There are some demerits also. SD is comparatively difficult to calculate. It gives greater weightage to extreme observations. It is an absolute measure of dispersion and cannot be used for comparing variability of two or more dispersions expressed in different units. To rectify this difficulty, we need to calculate the relative measure of standard deviation, that is coefficient of standard deviation. The coefficient of standard deviation multiplied with 100 gives us coefficient of variation. Standard deviation is absolute measure of dispersion. It is expressed in the same units of measurement. Therefore, it is not much used for comparing the extent of dispersion in two or more series of data, especially if the data are in different units of measurement. In such instance, the relative measure of dispersion would be desirable. A relative measure is generally called coefficient. If it is not expressed in any unit of the measurement, its main objective is to help the comparison. The relative measure of standard deviation is called coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is given by sigma by x bar into 100. let us conclude our lecture. From this lecture, we have learned the need for standard deviation, definition of standard deviation in various cases, and we also discussed the variance, that is square of standard deviation, along with merits and demerits and examples of calculation of standard deviation. Thank you. లీవుల గురించా ప్రిన్సిపాలే చెప్పినాడు, నేను కార్లో వచ్చేటప్పుడు చెప్పినాడు. ఆ టైంకి ఆయన సతీష్ చంద్ర చెప్పాడు ఈసారికి సమ్మర్ వెకేషన్ ఉంటుందో లేదో డౌట్.